Hello, this is another video on the length of line segments. It's just asked a bit differently. So it is still coordinate geometry. So look at the question. It says the distance between points A, which is given as negative 3, 2, and B, which is given as 1K. Now, importantly, you must realize that this being y2 is not given, okay, is 5. So you have given one coordinate and a coordinate where the y number is missing, right? But they tell you that it is 5. So the length between A and B equals 5. All right. So in this case, the length of the line segment is given. That you must realize. Right, now they say find the possible values of k. So once again, we start by writing down our coordinates and labeling xy, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, then write down your formula. So the distance AB is given as the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. I repeat because I want you to say it in a specific rhythm. Okay, AB equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Right, and then you go and you substitute your values. So instead of AB, we are going to write 5 because they are giving us the length of being 5. Okay, then x2 is 1, x1 is negative 3, subtract negative 3 and square that. Plus, now y2 is k, all right? We can only substitute k. We don't have a value there. Minus y1 is 2, substitute the 2, and that you must square. Okay, now if we calculate the right-hand side, then we get 4 squared plus k minus 2 squared, right? And then on the right hand side, we also square. This is the opposite operation. We want to remove this square root. And the opposite operation, the o of a square root is square. So that's where we get the, if we square this square root, then it's gone. And therefore we must square on the left hand side. Then calculate your right hand side. 4 squared is 16. Then k minus 2 squared. Remember, let me just write it down here. K minus 2 times k minus 2. We calculate first times first, first times second, second times first, second times second. So when we do that, we get k squared minus 4k plus 4. All right, then we do the simplification. Take over the 25, it becomes negative 25. Then on the left-hand side, we've got 0 left. Okay, then we simplify here. The 16 minus 25 gives me minus 5. Right, and this you must now once again recognize as a quadratic equation. Right, it is negative, negative. Right, therefore it is a B. Okay, and because it is negative there and negative there, one bracket must be negative and one bracket must be positive. Remember, people, I think this is the B1. Okay, that is where you take your factors for the k squared, which is 1 and 1, and the factor for your c, which is 5 and 1, and then we cross multiply. This is 5 and this is 1. Now we need a negative 4, therefore the 5 must be negative, the 1 must be positive. Negative 5 plus 1, negative 5 plus 1 gives me an answer of negative 4, which is the middle term. So this is correct. Then this negative is taken over there, and this positive is taken over there. Then this gives the one bracket, and that gives the second bracket. If you can't remember this, people, you have to go back in your textbook find the factorization of the quadratic equations. I think, if I'm not completely wrong, it's about around page 100 in your textbooks. Okay, so this is important. You must know that by now. Right, so then we're going to factorize the quadratic equation. We get k minus 5 and k plus 1. And then remember, people, then k minus 5 can be 0, or k plus 1 can be equal to 0. And then we calculate k in each case. So k is either a 5 or k is a negative 1. Okay, so again, people, here is some algebra. I repeat, if you cannot remember the factorization of quadratic equations, you have to go back. This is the format of A1, A2, B1, B2, or go and check on the YouTube channel, right, where the videos are labeled actually A1, A2, B1, B2, all right? Please check. There's also one video on the comparison of the 4 different ways. So if you can't do that, please go back, watch the videos, or check it out in your textbooks. Okay, I hope that is clear.